welcome back to the channel. And you'll notice a bit of a gap up in here, possibly. No camera, so I can't even look at yous. That's probably a good thing from your point of view. But that camera decided to stop working, so I now only have the one on the front of the helmet. But that's the sort of view you want to see anyway. I only found this out this morning when I put everything to charge overnight, and it just wouldn't even take a charge. It's got no life in it whatsoever. It really doesn't want to know about it. Cool, mate, dude. So it is that time of year again, as it has been for many years in a row now, where we congregate with other riders and go and ride 2,000 kilometers in 48 hours. So today we are riding to Greymouth from Blenheim, which is from here over to here. I'll see if I can put a map up, and that might make a little bit more sense. We are going to Greymouth because that's where the event starts this year. The event will start at lunchtime tomorrow, so it's 2 o'clock on Thursday today, and yeah, the event will start at 12 o'clock tomorrow. So that's all very good, and Marty and I have done something a little bit different this year from what we would normally do. So options this year for checkpoints was you could just follow their route, which they would give you 2,000 points and just over 2,000 kilometers. You could just follow that. And the theme of this year is community halls. So they've got, I think, 20 community halls on it was called the hallway tour. They've got 20 halls on there. Or if you wanted to do your own ride, then you could just go to any community hall you wanted that was not one of the 20 that is on the hallway tour. So you had to go and research, find your own ones, make a ride up out of those, and still be at the finishing point with your at least 2,000 points and 2,000 kilometers. There's also 10? I think there's 10 mystery checkpoints, and so if you found those along the way, then you can include those in your totals as well. Marty did a bit of research and found a couple of them. There'll be loads of people who just found them all, but we don't spend that long looking for them, and I don't know. I've never been good at finding them, to be honest. There was one that was just down the road from my house, and I didn't even know it was. Like, I didn't recognise it when I saw it that year, so that's quite strange. But maybe that's a sign of how observant I am. So what we've decided to do in first is effectively ride together, which we've gone into this event now a dozen times, and we've never really done it together. So this year might be the first time that we do most of it together. Now I say most of it, and that is based on the fact that Marty's bike can get in excess of 500 kilometers per tank, and Shadow will only do about 350. So he doesn't need to stop as often as I do. And I have said to him, like, just go and I'll catch up with you at some point. We're staying at the same places every night. So we'll end up together at the end of each day anyway. There is one leg that I've made it that I don't get fuel for like 380 kilometres. But I bought a fuel bladder with me, so it's got 3.8 litres that I can put in there, so I know where I need to get that fueled up, because I'll know which leg it is. I've written it down on my run sheet. And see, but the 3.8 litres, even if I was to do that all the time, like on any of the long legs, I still don't think I would get 500 kilometres. That's saying I'd get another 160 odd kilometres out of 3.8 litres, and I just don't know if I would. So anyway, that'll give. And to be honest, if I stop and want to put my drone up or something like that, then it's not going to hold him up. He can just carry on, then I'll just catch up with him later. So that's what we're doing there. So a lot of the time I might just be behind Marty, or he might be behind me, or we might not be together. But regardless of that, the weather is meant to be stunning. Like, I've looked all through the areas that we're going to be going, and each day is mid to high 20 degrees Celsius, which is probably a little bit warmer than what is particularly comfortable, but I'm not going to complain because it's way better than rain. So in preparation for the ride, I still have a slight wiring issue with the bike. There's a parasitic drain on it, and my mechanic narrowed it down to the mount for the GPS is actually drawing current when the bike's turned off. It's only minimal, so being the sort of mount that we're going to be riding it, it's probably not even going to affect it, but let's hope that's the case. And I got a new rear tyre. That took an eternity to get here. I ordered that mid-November. I asked my mechanic if he could get this tyre, so I've got a TK70 Rocks. It's what I was after last year, but he couldn't get it last year, even though I gave him like 6 weeks notice that I wanted it done. He said, oh no, I'm not even going to tell you that I'm going to be able to get it, because I know that I just can't in that time frame. And I was like, really? So this time I gave him 2 months, and he said, okay, yeah, should be here the second week of January. And it got put on the bike 2 days ago. Like I said, it's the 13th of February today, so that took another month longer than what he had said it would. But it's on there now, so that's good. Brand new tyre. Just for reference though, like the TKC80 that I got put on last year was really good. Like off-road, that tyre was brilliant. Like I'd have that every day. But it just wore out too much through the middle. Like, it's still got a decent amount of tread on it now, but by the time I would finish doing this event, it would be bald completely. And I'd just rather have a bit of traction through the middle of the tyre, seeing as pretty much all we're going to be doing, other than a couple of little bits and pieces, is road riding. So we've got the tyre swapped out. And it's good to have you all back. I know you have a lot of choices about what you watch, and you know, I really do appreciate the fact that you would take the time to watch my content. It gives me encouragement to carry on doing it. It gives me yeah, and like if you know, I love to read comments on that. Feel free to comment down the bottom, and say hi, tell me how, if you were on this event, tell me how it went for you. So it looks like we've got about 300k to get to Greymouth, so, and I know that there is a slip along the way. There's quite long delays, but they open it on the hour. Hopefully we'll be able to time it so we don't have to wait too long, because I think the wait time is 45 minutes, so that's not going to be ideal. Also, actually, for reference with those last tyres, that's what I was going to say as well. So albeit a lot of the riding I did was on the road, I got 5,500 Ks out of the TKC 80s, so it'll be interesting to see how many Ks I get out of the TKC 70 Rocks, because Marty has said that that's probably his favourite tyre, like as far as able to go off-road with it a bit and still give you a really good grip on the road and in the wet on road. So it'll be good to see how this one goes. Hopefully I get quite a few Ks out of it. That will be probably be the way they'll go forward if that's the case. So I guess, yeah, catch up as we head towards Greymouth. So just carrying on down through here now, got held up with some roadworks. We knew they were there, we were hoping we'd get through it, but we missed the cut-off time for the letting traffic through by 5 minutes, so we got held up by 40 minutes. Yes, 40 minutes sitting on the side of the road in 28-degree heat. That's not very nice, but we're on our way now. It was quite nice actually in here, like we're in the canopy of the trees. That's nice and cool. An estimated time to get into our accommodation of 18:48, so 10 to 7 pretty much, which is all good. Another TT that was sitting next to us, or waiting next to us in the queue of the traffic. He's and this is a good thing about this event, like he's doing a completely different way than Marty and I are. He's meeting up with 3 of his mates at the start of the event, and they're only going to do the mystery checkpoints, so you can get enough points, because if you get all 10 mysteries, there's a bonus points that you can get for doing that, which means you get the 2,000 in total. He said the only trouble they're going to have is that their routing only has them doing 1,500 or 1,700 kilometres, so they've got to try and find an extra 300 or 500 kilometres. So he said they'll just tiki-tour around a bit. So but that's the good thing about this event, like the way it's planned and the way that it's run. It really does give you flexibility. So that's cool. So we're just coming to Reefton, this old coal mining community here. Pretty cool. Well, you can come and learn a bit of the history and things. Just keep an eye on the GPS and see where it's sending me. 90 metres Grimden Road. Is that this one? Yep. I'm gonna say it is. Yep. There's a street sign there, but oh yeah. Sends me funny ways, this GPS sometimes. I don't even understand where it gets its ideas from. I'm pretty sure I could have stayed on the main road just going along there. Oh, it's got a little thing at the end. It must be closed at the end there. Ah, yeah, blocked off. Look at that. Oh, Good old GPS. Never questioned it for a second. Got about 80 odd K to go. Oh, there's a sign up here. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's a cool house. Yes. Greymouth, 80 kilometres. And so this is the upshot of the room. It's a good little room. Bed there, bathroom, little kitchenette, little bit of space, microwave. That's all you really need. So that'll do it for the day, I think. So tomorrow don't have a really early start or anything because it's the first day. The event starts at 12, so probably go out for some breakfast in the morning, and then we'll get our bike sorted, make sure everything's good, and then head on over there. We normally like to get there a little bit early because there's like over 200 people registered, so we'll get there early and got a good place to exit the grounds from. But yeah, that should do it for today. It was a pretty cruisy day. It always is, just getting to the start. Well, I say it always is. It generally is getting to the start. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you at the start line. Thanks. Bye.